Okay, so let's go ahead, stand up at the back of your mat. Thanks for tuning in this morning or this afternoon if you're in Dakar. Okay, so feet underneath your pelvis at the back of your mat. And just find yourself grounding down. The shoulders relax away from the ears. Lengthen up your spine and just notice where your body's holding any tension. Maybe you just need to shake it out and let that go. Let everything else go, and now let's rebuild the body. Draw the abs up and in, lift up on your pelvic floor. Let the shoulders relax away from your ears. Find that your hip bones are in line with your pubic bone. You can come set up right here. Take a nice big inhale up. And exhale. Big inhale up. On your exhale, let's just roll over to the toes. Maybe you bend your knees, maybe you go right over. Depends where your hamstrings are at this morning. And you can just run the knees out. Just take that forward fold. Let the neck release. And from here, just gently walking out to our plank position and finding our strong plank to start. Send the shoulders away from the ears. Press the floor away, send the shoulder blades down. Feel as if there's a belt underneath your pelvis that's helping to support you here. Take one more breath. Notice how this plank feels, and we'll compare it to the one at the end of class. And then lift your sit bones high for your downward dog. And take a breath there, run the knees out, whatever your body's asking for at the moment. And then pressing those heels back, rounding your spine forward like the wave, all the way back into your plank. You hit the plank, draw the abs in, and then lift back up to your downward dog. 2 more times with your breath. And rolling forward into your plank, pull the abs in, and into your downward dog. 1 more time, back into the plank. Take it to downward dog and hold. Lift those hip bones high, and then we'll take the right leg up to the sky, bend the knee, open the hip, so you can take that stretch to your right oblique. So the weight of the leg is opening you up. And then square the hips. We step the right foot through to the hands, rotate the right hand up to the sky, reach the right hand up, and just take that gentle twist to get a little opening here. Oh, my spine just cracks. That felt great. And then bring that hand back down to the mat, step back to your plank, hold in your plank for a moment, draw the abs up and in, float the right leg up, same leg, and little tiny pulses of the leg. Engage the glute. Keeping the hips level, lower that leg down, take it back to your downward dog. Take a breath there, and we'll float the left leg up to the sky, bend the knee, open the hip, take the stretch. The weight of the leg really opens up. The hip stretches out on that psoas. Oblique, and then square the hips, step the left foot through the hands, reach the left hand up to the sky, and take the twist. Look up towards your fingers, lengthen those fingers up a little bit higher. And then bring that hand back down, step back to your plank, hold, float the left leg up, squeeze the glute, pulse the leg up. Slide the shoulder blades away from the ears for 5, 4, 3, 2, bring that foot right back down, hold your plank, draw the abs in, bend your elbows halfway, hold, and then lower yourself to the mat. Hold your forearms together and glue your forehead to your forearms. Shake your pelvis out, let go of any tension that might be in the sacrum. And then with feeling your hip points and your pubic bone pressing down to the mat, feel your belly button magnetize up off of the mat and float the right leg up. Squeezing the glute, but everything else stays down, secure to the mat, and lower that leg. Left leg up and lower. Alternating sides. Can you let your upper body completely relax? So see that there's no tension in your shoulders. You engage your abs, you engage your glute. And last one, single leg. Float both legs up, draw the abs in, press the pelvis down, float the legs up, squeeze the glutes, and then little circles. They go out, up and around. Out, up and around, long legs. Imagine they can get 1 inch or 2 longer. Let the shoulders relax. Let's reverse the direction here. They circle away from each other, out, up and around. Draw the abs in. And last one, lower the legs all the way down, shake the pelvis out. Keeping the forehead attached to the forearms, keep the toes down on the mat, draw the abs in and let the upper body lift 1 inch or 2 up off the mat. Feel as if your spine is getting pulled out of your pelvis And you can just lengthen your head a little longer away from your pelvis and lower everything down. Engage the abs, and let's float everything back up. Secure the pelvis, and your upper body gets pulled away from your pelvis. Your spine is elongated, and lower back down. One more time, lifting up, lift your elbows just a touch, draw the abs up and in for 5, 4, 3, 2, lower everything back down. Let's glue the heels together, bend the knees, and let the knees be open about as wide as your pelvis, keeping your pelvis secured into the mat. Feet are flexed like you have an espresso shot on your heel, and then float the thighs up, squeeze the glutes, and almost touch the thighs down and lift right back up. You lower and then lift. They almost touch down, you press right back up, and you squeeze and hold. Squeeze your heels together. Bring your heels a little closer towards your bum. Keeping your upper body completely relaxed. I slightly lift my chest up at times or turn my head just so I'm not speaking into the mat, but the ideal is upper body is completely relaxed. Hold the thighs up, pulses up, little pulses. Tiny press up, draw the abs up and in, squeeze the heels, squeeze the booty for 5. And last one, extend the legs long, shake the pelvis out, and then we'll lengthen the arms long to the front. But you're right, you just like them, sorry, there you go. Slide the shoulders down, draw the abs up and in, and we'll float the arms and legs up off the mat. Slide the shoulder blades away from the ears, and then little flutter kick, kick, kick. Let the neck be lengthened. Your eyes are gazing towards the front edge of the mat. So they're not straight down, but they're not looking up. Slide the shoulders away from the ears for 5. Abs in, 4, breathe, 3, 2, and lower everything back down. Gently press yourself back to a child's pose and take a breath there. Knees can be wide. Let your sits bones drop back to your heels. Lengthen your hands a little further forward and let the neck release. Take a breath there. And then we'll exhale, roll yourself all the way up onto hands and knees. Round your spine into your cat stretch. And then head up, tail up for your cow. And rounding into your cat. And into your cow. Coming back into neutral. And we'll engage the abs up and in, extend the right arm and the left leg long. Relax the right foot that's on the mat. And bring it back to center. And then left arm, right leg. So everything stays very still. We're gonna move opposite sides at your own pace. Draw the belly in, and then you extend. And breathe. Slide the shoulder blades down. And then hold the right arm, left leg out. Hold. Slide the shoulder blade away from the ear. Firm up that left glute. Open the arm and leg away from the body. Hold, and little pulses up here. Pulse up. So you've just opened your arm and leg away from the body, and we're adding a little pulse. Sweep it back to center and pulse up here. Pulse up. Hold, round your spine for the knee and the elbow to connect underneath your belly, and extend back long. Squeeze the glute. Tuck in and extend. Right foot is relaxed because I know it wants to do a lot of work here too. And last one, extend and hold, hold, hold. Maybe you lift your right foot off the mat and bounce on your knee. And then bring it back to center. Round your spine into your cat, into your cow. And let's do the other side. Left arm, right leg. Slide the shoulder away from the ears. Firm up that glute. Open the arm and leg away from the body. And then pulses up here. Pulse up. You're still locking your shoulder blade away and down. And then you're firming up that booty, bring it right back to center, and then pulses up here. Pull the abs in for 5. Hold it, round your spine, knee and the elbow connect, and extend. Knee and the elbow connect under your belly, and extend. Check in with your left foot. Is it doing all the balance, or is that your strong core muscles doing it? The next one remains long. Hold here, and then if you do this on the other side, let's try to lift the left foot up, balancing on the knee, and bring it back to center, hand and knee down, rounding your spine into your cat, into your cow, back to neutral, roll the toes under, draw the abs up and in, pull the knees an inch up off the mat into your hover to really fire up through your low belly, squeeze your pelvic floor, feel like those sits bones are lengthening to the back, your shoulders are sliding away from your ears, Shift your weight slightly forward, shift your weight slightly back. Tiny forward, tiny back. Can you find that your abs are drawing in so deep and helping to initiate that movement? One more time, tiny forward, tiny back, bring the knees down, turn the palms to the fingers around. So you want to just change the direction of your hand. So now it feels kind of awkward. And then just little circles to stretch out your wrist. Gentle. This isn't meant to be crazy. This is just a little stretch. Reverse. And back to center. Let's just actually flip the palm or the back of the hand down. So your hands are in the same direction. We just put the back of the hand onto the mat and shift your weight just a little bit backwards. Not where you feel like you're going to break your wrist off, but where you feel that stretch. Feels good, right? Ibra's in class today. He's showed up for class. It's been a long time, so he's back today. He just taught surf lessons and then rolled up to class. And then return back to center. The hands feel great. Feel your fingertips press down. Feel the heel of your hand press down. And then find some lightness in the palm of the hand. Roll the toes under again. Draw the abs up and in. Come back to your hover. Right knee pulls into the chest. Right leg kicks back. Pull in, extend, squeeze. In, extend, squeeze. 2. Last one. Come back to your hover, hold. Left knee draws into the chest, kick back, squeeze. Everything else is still. Your espresso shot is on your sacrum, on your bum. It's staying so still. Last one. Come back to the hover, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Knees down. Have a seat on your booty. So hot in here right now. The heat is coming. Let's grab your band. You can grab one behind you. Easy. Okay. And have a seat. Everyone feeling great? I miss the days of talking. Lengthen the arms out, slide the shoulders down. Feel your sits bones press down into the mat and feel like someone's got the tip of your ears and lifting you up a little bit taller. Your abs are working and we didn't even move anywhere. So press the band away, slide the shoulders down, draw the abs up and in, or you could be squeezing something, just something that gives some feedback to your back. And then tuck your pelvis to roll back an inch. Tuck and go back a little bit further. So you're sliding your tailbone underneath you. One more time, slide back, hold, slide the shoulders down, and then come up to sit. And again, we're gonna go back, 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 hold, and all the way up. This time we go back, back, back. Go one more time back, hold here. So the shoulders down and little presses out, press out. So we're just rounded back halfway. Pulling the abs in, little press out of the band, wide to the collarbone. Hold it here. Extend the arms up to the sky. And then drag the arms back forward. Nothing else moves. Try not to let your legs grip so much. And bring it back down. One more time. Lengthen the arms up. Hold. Take it back 1 inch. Take it back an inch. Take it back an inch, take it back 1 more inch, pressing your low back into the mat, come up, 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 almost, and then take it back, 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 press your low back into the mat and come up, 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 1 more time, take it back, back, back and hold, bring your arms right alongside your ears, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and roll all the way down to the mat, and relax. Just because I wasn't feeling sweaty enough, I had to get us a little bit warmer. So let's take, well, I have to wrap my band again. Take the band in your hands, inhale, exhale, we're gonna peel yourself up and over, and then once you get there, hook it onto your right foot, and we'll take our stretch. So rolling all the way back down, taking the right leg up to the sky, and we'll ease into our hamstring stretch. So maybe it doesn't wanna come back super far to start, let's just breathe into it. Bending and straightening of the knee to find a little loosening in the hamstring. Keep pushing your right sits bone to the front. So you're not letting your hip hike. Your pelvis is melted into the mat. And you slowly bring it back a little bit further. And a little bit further. And then maybe you just hold and breathe. Keep that back pocket down and breathe. I did a workout the other day and now my hamstrings are feeling a little extra tight today, so Definitely feels good to have a stretch, but it's not coming back as I would like it to. But just breathing into it, and then we'll release that, hooking it to the toes for calf stretch. Toes are gonna pull down, heel pushes up. So you ease off of the hamstring. So maybe the leg isn't pulling back as far. I want you to focus on the calf. Pull the toes down, push the heel up. Relax the shoulders, and then let's point and flex into the band. And hold the toes down, push the heel up. And we'll bring it back to the center of the foot. And then let the leg fall open and out to the side for your inner thigh stretch. Keep pushing your left hip down and lengthen out of your right inner thigh. Each breath is gonna allow the right toes to come a little bit closer to the right shoulder. Actively stretching. Last breath. And we'll extend the leg up to the sky. Anchor the back pocket down and let it come a little bit across the body, stretch through the side of the hip. So keeping your right back pocket on the mat, stretch through the side of the leg. Breathe into a here. Can your right sits bone reach a little further away, your right hip point move further away from your ribs. So it's evening you out on both sides. One more breath there. And then let's melt it into our spinal twist. Let the leg fall across the body, put the band to the side and moving in the opposite direction. So you're looking towards your right hand and just breathe. The knee comes any amount across the body that feels available and not strained. Extend the right leg long onto the mat, holding onto your band, and then roll yourself up and over, catch onto your left foot here, and we'll roll all the way down, taking the left leg up to the sky now. So it's easing into it. And then when you're ready, you maybe start to bend and straighten and see if you can find a little more length. And then hold the leg and pull back a little bit further. Maybe a little bit further. We'll take a couple more breaths to get a little more length out of the hamstring. Remember, you're pushing your left sits bone forward. So you're not hiking the hip up as you stretch. You're keeping your pelvis in place and the leg is stretching out of the pelvis. And then release that, hooking it to your toes for your calf stretch. Pull the toes down, push the heel up. And then point and flex. Shoulders relax. And then hold the toes down, breathe into your calf. And then bring it back to the center of the foot. And then open the leg out to the side and keep pushing your right hip down as you stretch the left inner thigh. And breathe here. Let's do a couple more breaths where each breath is going to help bring your left toes a little closer to your left shoulder. And then on your next exhale, let's sweep the leg up to the sky, anchoring the back pocket down. The leg come a little bit across the body and stretch to the side of the hip. So really firm your left back pocket into the mat. Comes any amount across where you're not rocking over to the side. You still want to keep your pelvis in place. Can the ribs start to soften into the body, noticing that they can knit together? And then let's come into our spinal twist. Let the leg fall across the body, looking towards your left hand. And then extend that leg all the way back out to straight. Shake it out, so legs are long and loose, bend the knees, feet to the pelvic, or feet to the mat, not feet to your pelvis, feet to the mat. Finding them hip width apart, grounding you down, allowing your hip bones to come in line with your hip bone, maintaining your little bit of lumbar curve, anchoring those back bottom ribs down, softening the front ribs into your body. Shoulders relax away from the ears, arms are long by the side, like nice long neck, soft jaw, float the left leg up into tabletop. Draw the abs in and float the right leg up to meet it. So you're lifting up out of your pelvic floor, your low abs are already tight here, begin marching. Tapping one leg forward and then drag the leg back up and then the other leg, alternating sides. It goes down and it comes up before the other leg goes. As the leg moves forward, check in with your upper body. If you're feeling a lot of tension in your shoulders, don't take your leg as far and see if that helps make your abs work a little bit harder to stabilize you. Shoulders relax. Inhale down, exhale to float the leg up. So it's like your leg just detaches from your pelvis as it falls forward. Soften the ribs down, collarbone is wide, and we'll take it faster. We're gonna go switch and switch. The legs are gonna go past each other now as you switch for 5, 4, hold the belly in, 3, 2, last one, they'll both meet at tabletop, and then reach the hands to the sky. Draw the abs in. Can you just fire up those abs even more, and now extend your right arm backwards and your left leg forward. With your head still on the mat and bring it back to center. Left arm backwards, right leg forward. And back to center. But let the back of your head kind of push into the mat just a little bit, not hard, but just to bring awareness into your back body. Because the front and the back are working together. As you do this, is your pelvis staying so still? You're not rocking around in your pelvis. Your low back curve is maintaining its whatever's natural to your spine. Last one with the head down. It can stay down, or here we're going to lift the head, neck, and shoulders and do the same thing. Extend and center. Extend. One hand supports the ceiling, one hand moves backwards. Only one moves. One holds the ceiling right above you. Keep lifting from your upper abs. If your head is up, last one each way. When you're even, you'll bring it back to center and hug the knees in and relax. Let your head rock side to side. Take the knees, stir them in the hip sockets, just in case any tension was creeping into your hip flexors. And if you ever feel it in your hip flexors, just go back into taking a little stretch. You can reverse that circle. And then also it's about engaging the abs even deeper. So maybe that means the movement won't be as big. Let's bring it back to tabletop. Pelvis in neutral, arms relaxed by your side. Squeeze the thighs together, flex the feet, dip your heels just a couple inches forward. So don't take it far to start, just make it micro, and then from your low belly, flow the legs back up, lift out of your pelvic floor. And again, micro movement forward, squeeze your pelvic floor, and then float the knees back up. If you want to make the movement bigger, feel free, but make sure your pelvis is staying so secure. But if you feel great with that micro movement and you're getting deep into your transverse abdominis, stay there. Stay wherever you're most effectively engaging your core, engaging into that transverse abdominis, where you can still lift up out of your pelvic floor muscles with that Kegel. If the movement goes too big, sometimes it's the bigger muscles that are going to be working that we're not targeting. 3 more like that. Any amount that feels good for your body, and make sure you get that hold as you go out. Does that hover and then drag it up like it's pulling through mud. 1 more time. Lift out your pelvic floor, squeeze as you lift those legs back up, and then give your knees a little hug. You can rock your low back into the mat, whatever movement feels nice for you right now. Bring the feet back down, reestablish your neutral spine, and we'll bring the legs back to tabletop. Reaching the hands up to the sky. Inhale, exhale to lift the head, neck, and shoulders into our hundreds prep. Shoot the legs long, hands are by the hips. Draw the knees in, head down, hands back up. Inhale, exhale, press and lift, pull the belly in, and then bring it back down. This one stays up. Inhale, exhale, press, lift, hold, pump the arms to the hundreds. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. If you'd like, you can glue your heels together and spiral your thighs towards spiral the thighs open, your inner thighs go towards each other. Draw the abs in, your legs can be extended, they could also be in tabletop. You could also be doing this with your feet on the floor. So if it feels good, keep them extended. Maybe they even go lower. If you feel like you're very secure in your abs, 2 more sets, go inhale, exhale, a little pump of the arms, inhale, and exhale, hold, drag your legs back up, and then hug the knees in and relax, let your head rock. We'll bring the feet back down to the mat. Shoulders relax away from the ears. Let's walk the feet just an inch or 2 forward. So you don't want them all the way into your bum because you won't, it'll be way more difficult to get up because there's no space. Lengthen the arms to the sky, holding an imaginary beach ball between your chest and your fingertips. So the collarbone is wide, the shoulders are sliding away from the ears. Inhale, on your exhale, let's lift the head, neck, and shoulders. And then maybe you come up another inch. And maybe another inch, maybe you come up onto your sits bones. Of course you do. Slide the shoulder blades down, and if it feels better, walk your feet away from you. Sit up tall, so the shoulder blades down, roll back halfway and hold. Pulling the abs in, let's extend the right arm up to the sky, and bring it back down, and then left. Long neck, wide through the collarbone. So there's no tension in your shoulders and your upper body. You're lifting the arm to challenge your core. One more like this. Can you soften your quads? And then hold the arms forward, go back another inch. Rotate your torso over to the right. The beach ball just goes with you. And return back to center. Twist over to the left, back to center. Hold both arms above the head. And bring it right back forward. Go back 1 little inch. Tucking your pelvis underneath you, twisting over to the right. Reach your beach ball a little bit further over, but keeping the hands right in front of the body and bringing it back to center. So the shape stays the same. You just twist your rib cage around over to the left. And bring it back to center. The beach ball goes above your head, above. And drag it back forward. We got 1 more in us, of course. Twist over to the right. Just the rib cage, nothing else move. Rotate back to center. Twisting your rib cage only over to the left. Back to center. Take your arms above your head. Slide the shoulder blades down. Take your body back an inch. Back an inch, and then come all the way up. Take a fold over your legs. Anything that feels good to take a little stretch there. And then let's stay seated. Let's come into our rolling like a ball. Are we feeling great? Woohoo! Okay, thanks, Akita. I liked the yay. Okay. Move the heels, turn the toes apart slightly, coming into our rolling like a ball position, fingertips touch to your ankles, lift up out of your pelvis to start, and then just shift your weight slightly back, float the heels up, pull the heels towards you, tuck your pelvis slightly, and then roll to your shoulder blades. Keep that shape as you come right back up and balance on your sits bones without letting your heels touch. Roll, we're on the edge of a cliff, so as we come up, we can't roll forward. We can't put our heels on either, and roll back, 3, breathe, 2, the next one, we're gonna balance on the up, come all the way up, hold balance, hands behind the thighs, lift up out of the pelvis, roll the shoulder blades down, bring the legs to the table, kick the toes up to the sky, tap the toes to touch the mat. Kick the legs to the sky and tap the toes. If you would like, reach the palms forward, lift and lower. For 3, out of the low belly, 2, last one, lift and hold. Turn the toes apart, tap the heels, go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, or 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. Grab the back of your thighs, rebend the legs, and then gently place your spine back down into the mat to set up for single leg stretch. Pelvis is in neutral, head up or down, extend the left leg long, frame the right knee with both hands. Inhale, exhale, we go switch and switch. Can you sink your belly a little bit deeper into your spine? You have a slight gaze towards your abs, so you can see your belly button pulling away from it. Let's go faster. We're gonna go switch and reach and long. Get the leg longer out from the hip socket for 3. Breathe, 2, and last one each way. Bring it back to center, relax down. Circling the nose to the ceiling, let go of any tension in the neck. And reverse. Letting go of tension anywhere. Let's bring the feet down just to reestablish our neutral, and then legs to table. One at a time, they float up. Ankles in line with the knees, reach the hands to the sky. Inhale, on your exhale, lift head, neck, and shoulders, reaching the hands low. So already those abs are super secured. Extend arms and legs away from the body without changing your center. Circle the arms around to draw the knees back to table. Inhale, extend, exhale, circle, bring it back to center. So the legs stay super glued, the arms and legs reach away from the body, and then they circle, bring them back in. As the arms reach backwards, can your upper body stay perfectly still? So the arms moving isn't affecting what the upper abs are stabilizing. The legs moving isn't affecting what the lower abs are stabilizing. One more time, inhale, exhale, bring it in and relax. The shoulders relax, let everything go. And then legs to tabletop. Extend the legs up to the sky, hands up to the sky, float head, neck, and shoulders up. Extend the left leg long, fingertip touch behind the right thigh, little double pull the legs, scissor the legs, pull, pull. Inhale, exhale. So we're not grabbing it, we're giving it a guide. Maybe you reach up to your ankle. If the flexibility is there, you're not losing your lumbar curve. Inhale and exhale. Let's do a double pull in on the inhale, the exhale as we scissor, and then the other leg is an exhale. It's hard to talk through that one and do the breathing properly as I'm instructing it. Last one each way, but you know we have a challenge. So the right leg stays to the sky, the left leg stays long. Walk your hands up the back of the leg and come up to chill here for a moment. And then walk down. The left leg stays down or it stays up, floating. Walk all the way up, wherever it's best for you today. And all the way down. And then hands or no hands, we come all the way up. Grab the left hand to the outside of the right ankle, sweep the right arm backwards, look to your fingertips, and bring it back center. Again, it's the spine twisting around while the pelvis stays still. One more time, twist, back to center, and then switch legs. And walk all the way down. And we walk all the way up, and all the way down, and all the way up. All the way down, and maybe you decide this one, you're just gonna roll up, no hands, catching the outside of that left ankle, and then twist left fingertips to the back, and bring it back to center. Twist, and back to center, one more time. Twist, back to center, you know the other leg is coming up. The legs are coming as wide as the pelvis only. Take a breath here, we got this. And then we're gonna roll back to our shoulder blades and come up to balance for our open leg rocker. Roll back and come up. If your arms are long enough, you can grab your ankles. It's hard when you don't have arms that are long enough to do it. One more time. Exhale, lift and hold, hold, hold. Bring the legs back together. They stay there. We release the hands and then just roll yourself down to the mat, hands behind your head, fingertip touch behind the ears. Take the legs up to the sky, secure your pelvis in neutral. Stand how we do it. Why are you looking at me like I'm crazy? Glue the heels, turn the toes apart. Extend the legs long away from the body. Now low belly floats the legs back up. Reset and regroup whenever you need to. Lengthen the legs away from the body, and then low belly lifts the legs back up. Your pelvis is so still. Your espresso shot is on your low belly in between the hip points and pubic bone. And it's so secure because those strong muscles are supporting it. 3. Exhale. 2. Last one. We drag the legs all the way back up and hug it in and relax. We only have one more in the abdominal series. Take a little stir in the knees or rocking your back or whatever is just gonna let you let go of the tension that may be crept into your pelvis. And then we'll bring the legs back to tabletop. Hands behind the head, elbows wide to the sides, coming into crisscross for obliques. Where is your pelvis right now? It's in its neutral position. You have your lumbar curve as we float the head, neck, and shoulders up. Extend the left leg long. Twist to bring the left shoulder in the direction of the right knee and right back to center.
and twist and center. So bottom rib comes to opposite hip. Exhale as you rotate, center. Exhale, twist and center. Elbows are wide. For 3. Exhale, all the air out. 2, keep your pelvis still. And last one, each way, twist and center and twist and center and relax everything down. Long stretch, arms and legs reach super long away from the body. And take a breath there. Imagine someone's pulling you apart from either side. And then we'll bring the hands down by the sides, set up for bridging. Bend the knees, bring the feet to the mat. Heels are a little bit to the front edge. So not all the way to the bump, but they're just past the knee. Arms are relaxed alongside your body, collarbone is wide. Firm the feet down as if you're pushing them into sand as you tuck your pelvis and roll all the way up and push the knees forward. Lift the hips a little bit higher and hug the thighs slightly towards each other. Collarbone is super wide, firming the booty and then sequentially rolling your spine down. Once you get back down into neutral, tuck your pelvis and roll your hips up into your bridge again. Squeeze the bum, open the hips, sequentially rolling all the way down. And press all the way up and all the way down. And then this next one stays all the way up. Can you engage the booty to lift the hips a little bit higher? Now with that, tap your bum down, press up, squeeze the glutes. Tap down, press up, squeeze. Feet are staying, pressing down into the sand. Can you connect your big toe mound down? Can you connect your pinky toe down and then firm your heel down? There's lightness in your arch. Lift. This one stays all the way up. Come up 1 more inch and then we do pulses. Press up, up. Hugging the thighs slightly towards each other for 5. Last one, lift your heels, tap your bum down. Press up, squeeze, tap your heels down, lift your heels. Bum goes down, tap, lift up, drop your heels, lift your heels. Tap down, up, tap the heels and lift. Tap down with the booty, lift, heels down, lift, down, up, tap, up. 3 more like that, a little combo move. So you can challenge your stability, something different for your brain and muscles. Last one, just hold up and pulse the hips to the sky. Hug that thighs slightly towards each other for 5. And then we'll drop the heels, walk the feet to the outside edges of the mat. So the feet are pretty wide here. Lift your toes up, push the hips up, tap your butt down, press up, squeeze. Tap down, up, squeeze. Collarbone is wide. Lower, press up, squeeze. Down, up, lift. And then just hold the hips high, tap the thighs to touch. Squeeze your knees together, keep the hips high, and then open the legs out. So we squeeze in and out, and in and out. And I just love how this makes the booty all tight. Firm up right where the hamstring and the booty is connecting. Pull your pubic bone slightly to your face so you're not sinking into your low back. And then keep the knees open here, pulse the hips high, press up, up. Collarbone is wide, so there's no tension in the upper body for 5. And last one, drop the feet, walk the feet back to hip width apart. Hold here, push the hips a little bit higher. Walk the feet back towards you just a tiny bit. And then extend your left leg out straight. Lower your hips and press up. Lower, lift, squeeze. Super slow and controlled because this is not fun. The left leg is just extended long. 3 more like this. I don't know about you guys, but my right hamstring glute has a whole story right now. Lift and hold, left leg to the sky. Lift your right heel, tiny pulses up, 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 up for 5. And last one, place the foot on the mat. Both heels are down, recommit to the hips staying up. No break, I hope your hips are all still high. And then extend your right leg long. Small, lower the hips up, squeeze, hold. Small, lower, slow, up, lift, squeeze. So slow motion here, squeeze, hold. Lower, press, squeeze, hold. The thighs are parallel to each other. Your right toes are reaching longer away from your body. And then we hold the hips high, right leg to the sky, left heel lifts. Time to pulse up and down, press up, up. Keep the hips squared for 5. And last one, place that foot on the mat. Both heels are still lifted. You just pulse the hips to the sky, press up, up. For 5. And last one, drop the heels, sequentially rolling your spine, vertebra by vertebra by vertebra, all the way down until your tailbone touches and relax. Cross your right ankle over your left knee, lift the left leg up, thread your hands behind the left thigh, and let's just take our figure 4 stretch here. Maybe your right elbow meets your right thigh and it pushes the leg away as your left thigh comes closer. Let your tailbone be heavy into the mat, shoulders relax, and breathing into your glute and hip. Pull back a little bit further, one more breath. And we'll switch sides. Left ankle over the right knee. And let's take this stretch here. Let your tailbone be heavy. Push your left thigh away from you with your left elbow. Pull your right thigh in even closer so you can deepen into that stretch. Can you keep your sacrum planted into the mat? 2 more breaths here. And then release the legs long on the mat. So the legs are long. Shake them out. Reach your arms long behind you. One more long stretch there. We've got a few roll-ups coming from the back of the thighs down. Reach your hands up to the sky. Wide through the collarbone as you lift your head, neck, and shoulders. And peel yourself vertebra by vertebra. Up, up, up. Reaching over and forward. Actually, let's grab your weights while you're right here. And then we'll do a few more here. Sorry, there's no weights for you. Slide the shoulder blades down. And then scoop and roll down.
You do the left side?
What? Did I skip something?
Left side.
Of the bridging?
Yeah. Right? Or am I crazy?
Which legs? I switched legs. Did I not tell you guys? And roll up. Let's do 3 roll-ups. Wait, did anybody else not do the other side? You didn't do it, Sakita?
Oh, I did do it.
Oh, okay. Stan, I'm sorry. That's your homework. I'm so sorry. And peel all the way up. I was like, did I just do that in my head only? And scoop and roll all the way down. And then roll all the way up, and we're gonna hold, reach forward, and roll back halfway, flip the palms to the sky. And then bend and straighten bicep curls. Stan, I'm sorry. Bend and extend. Hold the abs in. And then hold the arms long, turn the palms towards each other, and we just bend the right elbow, bend the left elbow. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Soften through the legs so the quads aren't holding you. It's your strong abdominal muscles that are keeping you here. Then both arms out, turn the palms down, and just go cross, cross, cross. As you cross, your collarbone is wide. For 3. And last one, dive body forward, send your arms back. Widen the collarbone, arms are long behind you, and little presses. Long back. And then the chest reaches forward. Abs are tight. And then hold, pulse up, up. For 5. And last one more time, arms forward, roll back halfway, turn the palms towards each other and hug a tree. Hinge the arms open and close. Open. Breathe. 3. Elbows have that micro bend. 2. Last one, bring it back to center, place the weights down and bring your hands to the mat. If this is feeling like it's too much for your wrist, because we're gonna be lifting the bump, you could just stay here and bend and straighten. Or we're gonna bring the hands behind you, fingertips are facing your body, wide through the collarbone, walk your feet a little away from you, dig your heels down, And then we'll just lift the hips up off the mat, slight tuck of pelvis, show the abs, and shift your weight backwards, bend your elbows halfway, and straighten. Bend your elbows backwards and straighten. Elbow bend and straighten. So it's not a booty drop, it's an elbow bend. 5 more like that, and then we'll pulse it, and then we're going into the bum real quick. On the next one, hold it down halfway, tiny pulse, pulse, pulse. Shift your way back for 5. And last one, bring it all the way down, take a quick little stretch across. Class is just flying by today. And bring the other leg across, or other arm across. And then let's meet on forearms and knees. Elbows line up underneath your shoulders, palms face down, left knee under the hip as you extend your right leg long. Point the toes and then just lift and down. You go lift and lower, lift, squeeze. So the neck is long. Put a little more weight into your right elbow so you're not shifting to your left side. As the leg comes up, you're just firming underneath the tush and the spine isn't moving. You're staying in neutral. Hold the leg up, tiny pulses up. Hold it up and tiny pulses in. Little pulse in for the inner thigh. Get the leg up a little bit higher for 5. Last one is at center, bend the knee, and then point the toes and kick the ceiling. Slide the shoulders away from the ears. If you feel like you're in your left side, bring your left hand onto your belly, and that'll make your abs work harder. Flex the foot, kick the heel to the sky, come up higher, higher. So engage the bum and keep it engaged. Hold it up, and then angle the heel towards your left booty cheek. So the knee opened out to the side, and then little kick back, kick, kick. For 5. Last one here. Let's come up onto the hands, and you'll let the knee tap down to the mat, kick the knee up, let the knee come down to the mat, and then open the knee out to the side. So I'll turn around. So it's gonna tap down, kick up, tap down, out to the side. It goes up and open out. We lift. Again, keeping your spine still. This time it opens to the side and it holds. Kick the leg in, lower the knee. We lift, extend, in and down. We come up, kick, in and down. Lift. Hold the leg up long in the kick, flex the foot, pulse up to the sky for 10. For 5. And last one, pull that leg in, bring it all the way back down. Press back, child's pose, take a breath. Now, Stan, this is where I could forget something. So if I forget anything, Stan, I need you to call me out on that one. So we're coming into our left side now. So again, lining up the elbows underneath your shoulders. Right knee underneath the right hip. Kick the left leg out. Engage the booty. We lift and lower. Just simple tap down and out. So you can really feel that line where your bum and your hamstring meet. There's a lot of activation right there. Shifting your weight slightly into that left forearm. And we hold the leg up and pulses up. Slide the shoulder away from the ear. And then draw the leg in and pulses in. The abs are in, the spine is still. And bring it back to center, bend the knee, the toes are still pointed, and kick the toes to the sky. And then maybe if you want, you bring your right hand onto your belly so you can keep your balance happening from your abs. Flex the foot, heels to the sky, kick out. Hold it, open the knee out to the side, angle your heel to your bum, and then kick your left heel to your booty cheek, to your right booty cheek. Kick step, wrapping back. For 5. And last one, we come up onto the hands, the knee taps down and then it kicks up, the knee taps down and it does a hydrant. So it goes in, we go up, down, open out, down. So a little combo move. Again, what's happening in your pelvis? Your low back is staying still. It has this little bit of curve.
increasing it. And then hold the leg up, kick out, in, sweep down, you sweep up, kick, in, and down, you'll lift, kick. 2 more like that, and then we're holding the leg. Lift, kick, and hold, flex the foot, pulses up, pulse up. For 5. And last one, pull that knee all the way in, press back, take a child's pose. Let the knees be wide. If it feels good, lengthen the arms to the front. Let the forehead connect down to the mat. And exhale everything out. And let's walk the hands over to the right side, keeping your left sits bone attached to your left heel. And breathe here. Feeling the breath go into your left lung to expand between the rib cage on the left side. Can you reach your left fingertips a little further forward? And then we'll walk everything back to center and over to the other side. Keeping your bum heavy, pushing that right sits bone down to the right heel, and reaching a little further out of your right fingertips here. Breathing into your right lung, expanding the space between the ribs. And let's walk it back to center and kneel. We're going to be ready for our story in a moment. Take one breath forward. And then you're going to roll yourself up onto your hands and knees. Let's just take one cat stretch and one cow. And today, let's do our plank on our forearms, unless you absolutely don't want to. I'm thinking I have a vibe for forearms today. So make sure your elbows are underneath your shoulders. Press your palms down into the mat. Your wrists are in line with your elbows. Neil, are you ready?
I am.
Okay, awesome. Extend your right leg long, draw the abs in, extend your left leg long, and you're in your super strong plank, and kneel is on.
Chicago City Hall is an 11-story flat-footed monolith. Long dwarfed by gleaming office towers, it was squatty but not without grandeur, featuring Corinthian columns at the entrance and giant echoing lobbies of marble. The day I showed up for a job interview, the place was sweltering and alarmingly packed with people. There were couples getting married, people registering cars, and residents lodging complaints about potholes, landlords, sewer lines, and everything else they felt the city could improve. There were babies in strollers and old ladies in wheelchairs. There were journalists and lobbyists and homeless people just looking to get out of the heat. Outside, activists waved signs and shouted, though I can't remember about what. This city hall clearly belonged to the people. I remember I was completely enthralled by the controlled chaos and a noisy, gritty immediacy that I never felt working at a law firm. 3, 2, 1.
Take you to downward dog here in your dolphin. And then you can come up onto your hands into your downward dog. And hang out there, take a breath. And you can run the knees out. And then take a slow walk of your toes towards your hands, using your abs to make your legs go forward. Bringing it so your feet are hip width apart and hang out in your forward fold for a moment. Let everything go. Take a big inhale, small bend of the knee, just exhale everything out. One more time, big inhale, exhale everything out. Let your body just hang like a rag doll. And then seeing that the feet are hip width apart. Grounding down, draw the abs up and in. Micro bend the knees so you can use your abs to start to roll yourself up. Let your head hang heavy, slowly lifting. So you're sitting longer, taller, and stronger than before you started class this morning. Relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. We'll take a nice big inhale up. Exhale everything out. One more big inhale up. And exhale. Thanks for coming to class, Pilates Hotties. How's everybody feeling?